Alright, everybody. Time to get started with a... I don't think this is going to be a brutal solo run, but at least it'll be better than Tangela was. Today we're going to be playing with Exeggutor. In the Tangela video, I may have said execute and showed an execute thumbnail. I made an incorrect thumbnail when making them ahead of time, and that's why I didn't know I was running Exeggutor, but I actually am running Exeggutor, so, yeah, that was a bit of unfortunate planning there, but anyway, Exeggutor, it's going to have a somewhat awful Brock split, but it's not going to be too bad. The main plan is to get to level 12, because at level 12, it'll be the earliest where a critical hit will have each barrage hit do 2 damage to the Geodude. So the plan for the Geodude is just, you spam all your hypnosis on it until it can actually stay asleep, burn through his full heals, and then slowly knock it down. And then for the Onyx, you only want to use hypnosis during Bide. But since Barrage only has 15 PP, the fight's gonna suck. Really bad. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do with the Geodude though. Like if I defeat the Geodude and then barely lose to the Onyx, should I reset or take the Blackout and keep the XP? I think keep the XP from the Blackout. I think that's the proper strat. Alright, well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I've already reviewed the notes that Axu made, and he and I did look at Zealous Pawns' run, because Zealous Pawn got a really decent time. He got a 56-minute time with this thing. which is definitely slow for the kind of Pokemon that he plays with. But, I mean, his first one was like a 107, but I think for a first playthrough for me, 110 to 113 sounds more appropriate. But, anyway, why don't we get started? Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. I forgot to set my text speed. Okay, now we're starting. Yeah, sorry I haven't been doing the random solo runs this week. I didn't want to do them because we did Yellow like 2 weeks ago. And I really wanted to try out some other things. Okay, let's see. Grab the free 6 potions on your way to the mandatory bug catcher. EC potion, Route 1 dude, Viridian City, and 3 in the forest. On the bright side, Exeggutor actually has very good attack, and its special stat is really good. The thing that kind of holds it back is similar to Tangela, a horrible starting moveset. But hopefully we can still get a good run. Minute. Forgot to withdraw that potion. It's always faster to withdraw that potion in your house, but I forgot. I'm not normally used to picking up that potion. Oh, hold on. Hello, Agido Makashima. What is Exeggutor? Was water? What if it was watering grass? Honestly, it being part psychic actually helps it a lot in this game because the psychic typing is very overpowered. So honestly, I think that'd be kind of a downgrade. Okay, pause for a sec. Do I need to buy anything here? Spend all your money on potions and 1 escape rope. Okay, so I'll need 1 potion and 9 potions. Or 1 Pokeball, 9 potions. Okay. Yeah, I just think it wouldn't be as good. I mean, I'd be interested in a water grass type. The only one I can think of is Ludicolo. Psychic is weak to bug. That is true, but in Gen 1, almost nobody uses bug types, or bug moves in general. And the only Pokemon that... Okay, I want to catch a Pidgey, but not that Pidgey. The only Pokemon that get the more powerful bug type moves are Beedrill, and I think only 1 trainer in the entire game uses a Beedrill. And Beedrill's weak to Psychic anyway. That doesn't really help. Alright, Gnosis. Hello, Pokemon Masters EX is fun. Too bad Stone Evolutions don't get very good moves. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a downside, whether you evolve it early or later. And oh my gosh, that was really close. So if you guys are... Oh, that is not what I meant to do. If you guys are wondering why I'm skipping those other trainers, we're actually going to be setting our heal point in Pewter, and we're going to do Lightyear's Blackout training first, and then we'll go do the bug catchers. Okay. I think I bought too many potions. I need an escape rope. Because whenever you beat the Geodude, you get 156 XP. And the main plan is just to continue fighting this guy until I eventually win. Plus, when I'm the higher level, it makes beating the bug catchers easier. Because some of those bug catchers have Metapod that spam Harden. One more thing. What if you learn the move Water Spout? If Water Spout was a move in this game, that'd be so overpowered. And I just realized I forgot to deposit the Pidgey. Oops. I will need to go deposit that real quick. Little time lost there, but oh well. So we can't just stall with Hypnosis, because stalling with Hypnosis would be so slow. We're just going to keep training here till we eventually win. Oh, yeah, Exeggutor is the slow growth rate. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. But thanks for bringing it up. Yeah, it's, at least Tangela wasn't the slow group. I think it was medium fast. So, it wasn't as bad to train, but Barrage is, I hate to say this, but Barrage is a great move compared to Constrict. Like, a singular hit with Barrage is like, what, 15 base power, I think? Just a singular hit, but a Constrict is 10. I mean, at least Exeggutor starts with a sleep move. Tangela kinda has to wait a while for that. Okay, level 9, that's not too bad. The goal is we need level 12 for Brock. Alright, I'm not going to fight any wild Pokemon for now. I need to save my Barrage PP for the trainers. I'm going to save just in case. Yeah, and then after, and then before we face Brock, we will heal at the center, because we're going to need all of our, Barrages. But then, after we beat Brock, we're actually not going to heal at the Pokemon Center. We're going to be attempting to keep Struggle all the way until Misty. Well, we're not going to use Struggle on Misty, but we'll use Struggle on the trainers just before Misty. Because using Barrage on the trainers in Mount Moon would be so slow and random, and you'd have to escape rope out of Mount Moon for constantly healing at the center. So we're actually going to Struggle train. I think Zealous Pawn went minimum battles in his run up until the SSN, then used the rare candies. I don't think that's a good idea, though. It requires you to fight so many people with Barrage. I think I should have healed. Or not healed, but, like, heal my PP, I meant. Okay, I'm gonna need some good Barrages. Okay, that was really cutting it close. This is why we got an escape rope. There's still, one more trainer in the forest we didn't fight. I'm gonna go buy another escape rope really quick. Alright, I'm gonna have to sell one more potion. I'm gonna go fight the Nidoran trainer and some wild Pokemon, and as soon as I get level 12, I'll escape rope out. Are you playing a Nuzlocke? Nope, this is a solo run challenge. I just have to beat the game with my one Pokemon. I can't use anything else. So, as you can see, like, I can't just catch a Mankey and, like, level it up to get low kick for Brock. I'm gonna have to beat Brock with, Barrage. It's doable, but awful. You know, I'm really glad Barrage has 20 PP. For some reason, going into this, I thought Barrage had, like, 15 PP. I might have been thinking of a similar move like Double Slap, which I know has 10. So, it's actually going to be a lot nicer that it has more PP than this. Okay, I need a little bit more XP. It's a good thing I'm finding Metapods, though. Also, for some reason, that girl is hovering above the grass. Come on. So, ask you, when we do Brock attempts, if we end up beating Geodude but losing to the Onix, do you think it'd be better to black out or reset? What do you think? I was thinking blacking out to keep the XP so we could get Stomp earlier. But I don't know if just resetting will let us win faster. I don't know. Blackout, I guess? Yeah, I'm thinking just blackout, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm not fighting that Pidgey. Bad you're not doing Latios and Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. That's even worse. I've done Latios and Emerald. I've done it as a video like a year ago, I think. On the channel somewhere. It was horrible. I'll save anyway. Alright, so the plan is to use up Brock's 5 full heals on the Geodude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. This is so we have more HP for the Onyx. Because even though Hypnosis is very inaccurate, we want as much HP for the Onyx as possible, so it is worth doing this. And each of these barrages are only doing 1 damage per hit, but at least we're getting 5 hits. Plus, if we get crits, they do 2 damage. Alright, so then on the Onyx, it's only worth going for Barrage during Bide. Because during the Bide, the Brock will not use a full heal if you put him to sleep during a Bide. It's very strange. Also, the weird thing with Bide, Bide only takes 1 of the Barrage hits into account. So if you hit it with Barrage 1 time or 5 times, it always reflects the same damage. If that makes any sense. I'm really cutting it close on barrages here. Wow, first try. I actually thought Brock was going to be harder than that. Hey, Mariah. Oh yeah, happy 4th of July to anyone from America. If you're not, then have a good weekend. Okay, yeah, so starting now, I'm not going to be healing PP. I might just waste my Hypnosis on the bug catcher here with a Metapod. Maybe I should have Hypnosis that Weedle. Eh. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I should go buy some antidotes. And some more potions. Okay, I'm gonna Hypnosis this. Wow, my Hypnosis luck is good so far. But I did just jinx it saying that. Oops, I meant to save. Seriously, I missed 3 barrages? Wow, that's mean. Alright, hopefully I can at least beat the Caterpie with 4... Oh, I'll beat it with barrages for sure. Alright, I'm going to use a potion to make sure I have enough HP for Struggle, because now we're going to keep Struggle for as long as we can. I like how Pokemon has always been weird as heck, like with a coconut tree that's short and fat and drops its head and then regresses back into eggs from a singular specimen. There are 5 other ones. Yeah, we don't question these things. Oh, he only got off 2 Hardens during that. Alright, my Pidgey is still in the PC, but I'll withdraw it later. And we do have what's it called? We do have the TM for Bide, but we're actually not going to teach it right away. We're actually saving it for Misty, so that way we can use Struggle for quite a bit. Because Struggle is going to make these fights a lot quicker for training. Because the goal is, before Rival 3, we want level 28, but we'll use 3 rare candies to get there. So before Rival 3, we essentially need level 25. I'm going to defeat the double grass last right here. Her XP yields are pretty good. I mean, not the best, but it's not like I can fight the hiker. Yep, gotta start over. Every run using Bide is a great run. Yep. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Yeah, the thing is, I immediately knew I was screwed because you always take half of the HP you deal in recoil, and since that Bellsprout had 33 HP, I knew I was going to be taking around like 16 or 17 damage, and I only had 13 HP. It was at that moment I knew I was screwed. So yeah, be careful next time. Let me make sure my stats are still good. Okay, take 2. At least it was only 13 minutes. Honestly, I should probably wait to catch my flyer until Route 3, I think. Maybe when spamming all my hypnosis on that Metapod, I should save, like... I was thinking maybe just save a couple for catching a Pidgey. Maybe I should do the Zealous Pawn strat and just catch a Doduo. This is going to be so annoying having to remember to deposit the Pidgey. Also, winning that rival fight isn't mandatory, but I do not want to fight the Vaporeon team. And besides, I need all the XP I can get. Red and blue sprite for Exeggutor is funky. The front sprite is the yellow sprite, but the back sprite is actually the red and green sprite. None of the back sprites have been changed since red and green. Between versions, they only ever changed the front. They never changed the back. When I was a kid, I gave my best friend a copy of Yellow when Crystal came out, and he came back with Mew saying he caught it in the burned mansion on Cinnabar Island. Dang, that's funny. Yeah, I might actually go the full Zealous Pawn route and just catch a Doduo. I hate catching the Doduo because I don't like having to wait so long to catch a fly user because I encounter tons of Pidgeys in the forest. Why don't I just catch my Pidgey there since I'm going to encounter one? But honestly, I think for runs where I need to blackout train on the junior trainer, I should just do it later. But then again, I'm not blacking out on Brock. I'm only blacking out on the junior trainer. Maybe just catch the Pidgey after the junior trainer, not before. I think I'd much rather do that, yeah. Yeah, I'll just do that instead. Alright, so I'm just gonna buy 10 potions. I'll just pick up the free Pokeball in the forest. You are saving a tiny little bit of time. Ah, yes, the extra few frames. That'll really add up, yeah. I don't like having to go into the grass to get it, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Also, I think I will fight a Metapod if I encounter one. I am not fighting that, though. Get away. Oh, it was a lot easier to fight him this time than last time. And I keep buying far too many potions. I kind of have a problem. Oh, heal, 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 heal. If I don't heal at the center, when I black out, I will go back to pallet. I've done that before. Alright, hopefully we get unlucky at the junior trainer. So that way we can blackout train more. Okay, I want to at least beat the Diglett. Wow. Just wow. I said unlucky. I didn't say that unlucky. No mosquitoes. Then again, there are Pokemon that look like mosquitoes. They're like 2 feet tall. That's the Diglett. Like it owes you money. Yeah, I had to pay him money for that blackout. Alright, so yeah, last time we were able to do this till level 9. Hopefully we can do this to level 10, so I could avoid doing training in the forest. I mean, theoretically, we could stall with Hypnosis, because we all know that Hypnosis loves missing. Honestly, you know what? I might try that. I think on the Sandshrew, if I'm at, like, yellow health or something like that, I'll try... Let me try. Yeah, I'd rather not risk that. I think I'll do it if I'm, like, in red health or something. Or, like, about to win. Like, I think I'll do it here. Come on, dude, stop it. Dude, quit working. You like missing. Come on, you like missing. Stop it. Dude. God dang, dude. Every time I wanted Hypnosis, it always hit at just the right time, too. That made it even funnier. Maybe it's better to Hypnosis the Diglett? That probably would have been a better idea. Seriously, though, like, there were, like, 4 or 5 chances where it woke up, and I wanted it during that turn to miss, but no, it just kept hitting. All that did was definitely waste time. Well, when you need to use Hypnosis, it fails. When you want it to miss, it works. RNG logic. Yeah, that's why I was trying to say I hope I get unlucky. Because maybe the game will think, oh, you want to be unlucky? Joke's on you. I'll make you very lucky. And, it'll give me what I want. I might actually try to struggle train the rest of these guys. So I don't have to escape rope for a second time. Hey, Annie. Hypnosis is incredibly, unbelievably... It's a necessary evil. Kind of like Sing. I mean, at least this will be a time save from the last attempt. Because I had to escape out of the forest twice. Okay, yeah, so just next time when I'm in the forest, or in Mount Moon, keep an eye on my HP. Also, just before I escape out of the forest to go fight Brock, I'm gonna make sure I catch a Pidgey. Yeah, this is enough. Okay. How much more XP do I need? 270. Okay, I'm only gonna fight Metapod. I want to save some potions. You know what? Sure. Come on. Make it worth my while. Nice. Might fall asleep, but I still got the stream open watching. Well, have a good rest. Have a good sleep, Area 91. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. There we go. They should buff Hypnosis to 70. Done. Because of how much they nerfed sleep. Yeah. Well, then again, Hypnosis was buffed to 70%, but only for Diamond and Pearl. By Platinum, they reverted it back to 60. I guess for some reason they thought that was too OP. I don't think I'm going to have enough barrages. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of misses. I may have to beat the Onyx with struggle. That's not gonna... I'm not gonna have enough HP. Okay, this run's a failure. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna accept a bad Brock this early, because Exeggutor gets going once you get Stomp. I think I'm just gonna reset the run. I hate having to do that, but I think I just have to. Yeah, I don't like having to start runs over like that, especially if it's been 10 minutes. Well, I don't care about a sub-10 Brock. I want a first-try Brock. I must have missed a lot of Hypnosis in that fight. Because I think the last time I actually beat Brock, I had like 5 or 6 barrages to spare. I must have had a bunch of them miss. I don't know why I'm just attempting to fight a level 5 Pidgey. I was thinking I should do some wild training on the way to the Caterpie trainer, but I should start doing that in the forest itself, not on Route 1. Unrevert the Hypnosis nerf. Yeah. Alright, this time, I think only by 7 potions. Antidote. Yeah, if I encounter any metapods on the way to the trainer, just beat them now. This'll save time in the end. Like, hopefully, I'll be able to escape out of the forest immediately. I mean, I think I only need, like, 4 or 5 barrages for Caterpie Trainer. But I think I can fight 1 Metapod. Oh well. Is this the second run? More like the third. I had to start over my first run in Mount Moon because I blacked out, and I can't afford a blackout in Mount Moon because I was using Struggle to Struggle Train. And then my second attempt, I actually died to Brock, so I decided to just start over. So yeah, this is my third run. Technically, I never had a run go past 13 minutes. But for the sake of, like, putting it on the leaderboard, when I rank it, it'll be counted as my first complete run. Alright, escape rope, 2 potions. Okay, yeah, let's try out the hypnosis on Diglett strat, but I'm not going to do that probably until level 8. You know what, do it now. The plan is to let the Diglett do a bit more chip damage. Because hopefully doing this will let us blackout train to him a bit longer. Huh, did not expect a crit there. Okay. See, that's what happens when hypnosis misses when I want it to miss. Dang, that was like a 7-turn sleep. Come on, Diglett. Okay, that should be enough. I mean, so far, this is technically more blackout training than last time. Because last time, I got level 9 after beating the Sandshrew. Honestly, hey, at least this is more. Just a little bit, but I'll take it. Hey, John. Oh. Never picked up that potion. Ooh, a Metapod. And a level 6 one, too. That's going to be 61 XP. I did not want that barrage to knock it out. It's so weird this yellow exclusive bug catcher has the only Metapod in the whole game with Tackle. The only one. I think I'm actually going to beat this guy first. Illegal Metapod. Technically, fun fact, if this was red and blue, that specific Metapod would be illegal, because in red and blue, if you start out as a Caterpie and level up to level 7 to be a Metapod, you actually do not learn Harden, because the problem is Metapod only learn the move at level 1. So if you go from Caterpie to Metapod, you will not learn Harden. This was fixed in yellow version to where Metapod gets it at level 1 and level 7. But they did not do that fix for Kakuna, because you can't encounter Kakuna in this game anyway. So in red and blue, the only way to have a Butterfree with Harden is to actually start out as a Metapod. So technically, in red and blue, without trading from yellow, you cannot have a Butterfree with both Tackle and Harden. It's impossible in that game. Yeah, there's some fun trivia for you. I don't know why they chose Kakuna to, like, not be allowed to be encountered. Because there were anime episodes where, like, a horde of Beedrill were chasing people in the forest. Like, was one of the first 5. Like, I don't know why they chose to make Kakuna version exclusive. Makes no sense to me. Alright, how much more XP do I need? 165. Okay, so that... delaying that blackout training honestly didn't really help too much. Well, may as well get my Pidgey now. You know what's funny? If I were to find a Pidgeotto right now, that would give me enough XP. Hey, I just had to say it out loud. Uh-oh. Oh, phew. Well, good luck, Zealous Pawn, finding that in your run. Honestly, since I'm not accepting a reset on Brock, I'm just not going to save. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. Dude, you serious? That thing woke up right away. Also, did you see the amount of misses between the 4th and the 5th? Oh, dude! Okay, this fight's going horrible. You know what? This loss was early on. I'll just take a blackout and try one more time. I really... Can't you just put him to sleep? I don't know, good question. I really want to get a run in, so give myself one more try. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4, 5. On. Okay, I'm gonna need the Onyx to just use Bide right away. There we go. I don't think it's gonna matter though. No, it's not. I'm not gonna have enough HP. God damn it, dude. Come on. This is dumb. It's stupid. Ask you, are you sure it's a good idea to waste all those hypnosis on the Geodude? Like, all of that time it took for me to put it to sleep, I could have done a lot of damage to it. I mean, I get it's supposed to give you a lot more HP to spare, but here's the thing, that's assuming you actually hit the hypnosis. Like, I'm still very upset about that blackout I had in Mount Moon, because that attempt, I actually beat Brock easy. Remember when I said, hey, Brock wasn't too hard, because I iked my way through. Yes, because you're not going to outlast Geodude? That bad, huh? Is there any sort of difference in between going into 12 or 13? Is there any difference? Honestly, that's probably not worth it either because of how slow it is to level up. I mean, if I'm willing to accept resets on Brock, I could just save before him, but honestly, it's getting to a point where I might actually just save before Brock and just take resets. Alright, so I need 9 potions. At least I'm perfecting my potion formula. Yeah, just save before Brock. Reset if you're at half HP or lower. On the Geodude. Honestly, that might just be faster. I'll start doing that. I think just save before, and if I get below half, just reset. Because I do actually want to get a run finished. Ooh, level 6. I do not like how many of these I'm missing. Well, that is the first time I've gotten a reset on Caterpie Guy. Dude, I had more than enough barrages. Like, you could say, like, don't even bother training in the wild on your way to the bug catcher guy. But here's the thing. If I don't fight at least a few things, I'm going to end up having to do more training after fighting all the trainers. So it's honestly more of a time saver. Because instead of running from them, I can defeat them. I made sure I had like 10 or so barrages left. That's more than enough. I mean, at least once I get to Mount Moon, once I get past Brock, the run will go a lot better. I mean, we'll have to use Bide for Misty, and then for Rival 2, we're going to have to use Barrage and Hypnosis, but Rival 2 I'm willing to take resets on. I just want to run past Brock, or past Mount Moon at least. Can I offer you an egg in this trying time? No, thank you. I do not want an egg in this trying time. Oh, I actually started playing the TCG Live again for the first time in like a few weeks. The reason I kind of quit trying is because I was mainly playing around with an Ethan's Ho-Oh EX deck, but I really didn't like it that much. I actually decided to look at the current metagame. There's actually this website you can go to. I think it's called Limitless Decks. It actually shows you the decks that are actually winning in tournaments. Like, for example, the deck I'm playing with right now is featured around N Zoroark from Journey Together. And that somebody made a version of that deck that got 7th place in New Orleans. So I decided to take a look at it, and it had a whole deck list and everything. I decided to look at it. I tested it out a bit in casual mode, made some of my own changes. And after I made some of my own changes, I'm essentially 55-45 with my win rate so far. It's actually a very fun deck to play around. Basically, the whole gimmick with N Zoroark is for 2 darkness energies, you can use a different attack from one of your other N's Pokemon on your bench. But the problem is there aren't many N's Pokemon. Funnily enough, because in the actual game he plays a lot of Pokemon against you. The only N's Pokemon in that set are Darmanitan and Reshiram. And the Reshiram has some very good moves. It has an attack that does a flat 170, and another one that's 20 times the amount of damage counter. So if Zoroark ends up taking a massive hit, if it copies that move from Reshiram, it's going to do, like, so much damage. Plus, Zoroark also has an ability called Trade, where you discard 1 card in your hand, and you can draw 2 cards once per turn. But if you get a full bench full of Zoroark, you can essentially just shuffle through your entire deck. It's awesome. Look at that. Perfect shopping right there. Yeah, he swaps him out based on the area you fight him in, yeah. Fun fact, in Black 2 and White 2, if you have the memory link activated between the sequels and the original games, you can actually catch N's Pokemon in the wild. It'll be the exact same Pokemon, like IVs and everything. Did I seriously beat the guy on the first try? Well, that means I'm gonna have to do more training in the forest. Nice. Oh. Hello, Snoopy the Rat. Or, Snoopy the Rat. Eggy OP. Not right now. GX also had trade back in Gen 7. I don't think I ever had a Zoroark GX card. Like, a physical copy of it, so I don't remember it. But, that's probably where they got that from. Dude. Okay, I'm gonna use Struggle on these bug catchers right here, so I'm gonna save. I'm gonna use most of my Hypnosis on this thing. A lot of the modern cards generally borrow abilities from older cards. I mean, that kind of makes sense. A lot of the trainer cards do that, especially. Like, the new Iono card is essentially what the N trainer card used to be. And I think before that... No, actually, it was N for a while, and then... Who replaced N? I know they carried N into the Gen 7 era through a reprint. I don't know what the Gen 8 version of N was. One that makes both you and your opponent shuffle your hand and redraw cards for each of your remaining prize cards. I don't know what the Gen 8 version of that card was, but I know 5 and 6 and part of 7 used N. Oh, you got the pronunciation correct the first time. Oh. Well, I just had to quit talking. Rocket's Executive from Gen 3. Oh, the only reason I remember that card is because it was reprinted in Celebrations. That's the only reason I know that card. You haven't played it since X and Y? I collected a lot as a kid during the X and Y era. Black and White definitely quite a bit, but not as much as the XY era. I remember opening a lot of those packs. Fun fact, when I was young, I actually used to keep the pack wrapper of all the packs I opened, kind of like as a reminder of how much I opened. I did throw them away recently, though, when I was cleaning things out, but I actually found a lot of breakthrough cards. I found Evolving Skies, Fates Collide, Roaring Skies, Primal Clash, like empty pack wrap. There was a lot of Dollar Tree packs, too. Remember those? Ones that only came with 3 cards? I remember one time we went into a Dollar Tree. There was an entire big-ass box of Sun and Moon base set. There was like maybe like 70 packs in there. We bought the whole box. That was good times. Scalper-ass haul. Hey, don't worry. It was back... Dude, I was like 14 years old. I don't want to hear it. That is not enough HP. I would need 16 HP to defeat that Pidgeotto, and I highly doubt the Pidgeotto's not going to damage me. So, I didn't even want to try. Pretty high for the Gen 5 set? Yeah, I am too. I still need to sort my Scarlet and Violet sets into binders. Yeah, you see the disadvantage of beating that trainer on the very first try? The junior trainer? It means I have to do a lot more training in the woods. And this is not as efficient. Okay. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I can always escape rope and sell the HP up. I actually got that idea from, what one run was it? The Tangela run. I actually escape roped with Tangela and sold the HP up for more potions. A great strat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Man, remember the last couple of fights? I couldn't land the 6th Hypnosis until low yellow health. Hello, Red Riosity. Yeah, I did it with my Tangela run recently. Okay, I hope 9 barrages will be enough. Dude, seriously? I missed so many Hypnosis that the Bide wore out. Come on, use Bide again. You know you want to. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna have to struggle. I mean, at least it's at low HP, so I might have enough to survive. Oh, yeah. Okay. We beat Brock. I'm gonna be a lot more careful this time in Mount Moon. My favorite card is from the Neo Destiny set. I have a few cards from Neo Destiny. What card is it? I don't have any of the, like, good cards that people want. It's mainly just some commons and uncommons. Maybe one holo, but I can't remember for sure. No. Antidote. Would you consider doing backports of Mega Evolutions? I did do that in Fire Red. I did backport a few Megas for Fire Red. I honestly hated doing it. It kind of felt wrong backporting a Mega and running it as an entire Pokemon, because that's not how Megas are supposed to work. I mean, maybe backporting the function of Mega Evolution would be interesting, but just running the Mega just like as an entity, separate from its initial form, I didn't really like it. It just felt wrong to me. I have the 106, 105, 3-star Shining Celebi. Oh my god, that's nice. The only Shining Pokemon I know are the Shining Magikarp and the Shining Gyarados, and the Shining Charizard. I know the Shining Charizard could sell for thousands of dollars in a PSA 10. You can Mega Evolve turn 1, so it, like, doesn't really matter. I mean, that's true, but I don't know, it still doesn't feel right to me. I just didn't like ranking, like, on my Fire Red leaderboard, I did not like ranking Mega Lucario over actual Pokemon. It just didn't feel right to me. That's just my opinion, though. Just make holding an item illegal. Yeah, that's what I did in the Fire Red run. It's what I did. I still didn't like it, though. I just didn't like having Megas on the leaderboard. Over actual Pokemon. You know what I mean. It'd be kind of like if I, what's a good equivalent? It'd be like if I did a solo run with Ash Greninja. Like, it's not Ash Greninja for the entire fight. You have to use, don't you have to have its ability protein activate first? I've never played with it before, but I'm assuming that's how it works. But, like, it's not Ash Greninja the entire fight. Pride, you still own it? Yeah, I mean, that's still a good thing to have. Like, even if it's in not of good a shape, that doesn't really matter, though. I know there's a lot of people who would be willing to buy those kind of old good cards, even if they're in bad condition, just because they want to actually own it. They don't care about the condition, they just want it. Like, you can either spend like $1,000 on a brand new card raw, or for $200 you can get one with a lot of bend damage to it. But if you're just going to put it in a binder and you don't care about the bends, then a good deal for you. Okay, I am definitely going to need more potions. So, I'm actually going to go straight to the, seriously? I'm going to go to the HP up and escape rope back to pewter and go buy more potions. That HP up gets you a lot of potions. So, ask you, how many trainers do you think I should fight in here? Pretty much all of the ones that don't have Geodudes on them? Hero form Palafin. Yeah, that's another example. Like, they're not meant to be that form for, like, at the start of the fight. You traded it for 5 EX cards I didn't care about. That's a good trade. Oh, speaking of trades, when I was a kid, from the XY Phantom Forces era, I actually had a Manectric EX full art card. But I actually traded it to some other kid. I traded that and like 3 other cards for a regular Manectric EX from that same set because I had the I actually had the secret rare Mega Manectric EX from that set. I still have the secret rare card. I just wanted my Manectric and Mega Manectric to match. That was literally the reason I traded it, like a full art for a regular one. Yeah, that was definitely not the wisest decision. Everybody except Mega Punch TM guy? What's wrong with that guy, specifically? Oh, wait, isn't that the guy with a Zubat? Wait, it's not gonna matter, though. I'm fighting another guy with Zubat. I did save, right? I'm pretty sure I did save at some point. Yep. The good thing I had some fortitude in that. It's really hard to know how much HP you need on trainers that have 3 Pokemon. It's very hard to know that. Yeah, this isn't enough. I mean, so far on my Pokemon card channel that I'm running on the side, I have a bunch of YouTube shorts. Like, every day I'm opening 1 pack from a Destined Rivals box. There's going to be a grand total of 40 shorts. Why did I get that? I can't even sell that. So far, the shorts are doing pretty good. Wish they kept making the hikers fat. The hikers in Gen 9 were buff gals, which is awesome, but if the Gen 9 hikers were chubby again. I think if they were chubby, I think people would be yelling at Game Freak and trying to cancel them. Oh, that's annoying. Struggle strats need a lot of saving unless you know your damage output and enemy HP by heart. Yeah, exactly, and a lot of people aren't going to. Like, I know looking at this Zubat, I need at least 14 HP, because you can just divide its HP by 2, and that's roughly how much you need, because Struggle does half your HP, half the damage you deal in recoil in this game. In Gen 2 and 3, it's a quarter. But you kind of have to do the math in your head. You can sell it, you just won't get any money. I'm just used to Gen 3. In a Fire... I don't know if Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald does this, but in Fire Red and Leaf Green, the Mart guy literally will refuse to buy Moonstones from you. If you try to sell it to him, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't buy that. That's way too valuable. I'm not kidding. Like, he refuses to buy it off of you. So annoying. Like, I just want to empty my bag and get as much money as possible, and then I always have to leave a Moonstone in there. Because in the Rocket Hideout in that game, there's a mandatory Moonstone you have to pick up. I don't know if Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald does that, though. You cannot sell them at all in Gen 3? Oh, so it was Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald as well? Dang. I mean, I understood what they were doing because they're limited, but at the same time, they let you sell ethers. Maybe they didn't want to lock people from getting a Delcatty, of all things. Actually, I did play with Delcatty in Black and White during one of the random solo runs. Delcatty, once it got past the early game, because it starts with Double Slap, Delcatty actually ended up being really good. Because it's in the fast level up group. It's just it starts with a bad moveset. Okay. That's not enough HP. Nope. That's not enough. Yeah, literally every ounce of HP counts. I think you can sell them in Gen 4. That's because you can get infinite stones in Gen. Yeah, I think in Gen 4 they just sell for the same price as other stones. Okay, reset. That coughing needs at least 19 HP. At 18 HP, I would die. That's assuming the coughing never hits me. So, yeah. At least with Leer, I'm doing more damage. Funnily enough, it doesn't really matter, though. 24. Okay, yeah, this should be good. Be nice to me. Come on. There we go. Oh, that was really cutting it close. I'm gonna get some more potions. Alright, I think the plan is to take out the trainers in Misty's gym with Struggle first. Then heal it. Then for Misty, I'm gonna actually teach the TM for Bide, so that way I won't have Struggle anymore. Because the plan for Misty is just to spam Bide. Because of good AI, she only will use Tackle, Harden, and X Defend. She will literally never go for anything else. Also, I'm pretty sure the Rival 2 fight is a no-go with Struggle. Even if you never get hit, I don't think you have enough HP for that fight. So yeah, for that fight, we're gonna have to go back to Barrage strats. Probably better to use Barrage first. Probably. Speaking of Pokemon people consider bad, I've boxed my Charizard to use Flareon as my ace in Fire Red. Dude, I never boxed my starter as a kid at all. Like, I actually didn't know there was a concept of people choosing to box their starter. I never knew that was a thing. Bye time. Tackle. Harden. 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 Bide. Tackle. Tackle. Fun fact, if during Bide, Misty goes Tackle, Tackle, then X Defend, that actually counts as 3 tackles for the Bide damage. So it ends up doing a lot more. It's unfortunate she never used one, though. Alright, we're just gonna have to get lucky here. I'm definitely gonna hypnosis this. Because that thing has a super effective move. I will do it to the Sandshrew as well. Because the sand attack. I won't do it to the Rattata, though. Honestly, I might just consider biting the Rattata. Hypnosis. Nice. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I played this whole game twice using only Charizard and I was looking for a change. Oh, okay. I assumed you were like... Wait, weren't you playing with like a team, though? Couldn't you have just like chosen a different starter? I think I played the original Fire and Leaf Green at one point with all 3 of the starters at different points. I remember out of all of them, I think Venusaur was the one I ended up liking the most. I was just a huge fan of Razor Leaf as a kid. It just felt so powerful, and I remember the animation. It would go... I remember that, because I used the move so much. I think I would keep Razor Leaf up until the champion. And remember, this was Fire and Leaf Green. It wasn't the busted high crit move like it was in the originals. Yeah, there is no way I'm gonna get anywhere close to Zealous Pawns this time, because he does the thing like modding out encounters in Mount Moon. But I'd be happy to get sub 110. Okay, that is unfortunate. I'm gonna have to kill this thing with Bide. My cousin said to me as a kid, I always picked Firestar since there are so few fire Pokemon. I kind of locked myself into always picking fire. Honestly, in the newer games, I just pick whatever I think looks the coolest. Like I will admit, for Gen 9, I picked Quaxley, and I do kind of regret that. It's just its base form looked nice. I just don't like its final evolution. Quackquavel, I don't like it. It doesn't look good. And its signature move isn't that great. And in Gen 8, I picked, Grookey? Grookey. Yeah, Grookey. Grookey I actually did like. Rillaboom's an actual good Pokemon. And I think for Gen 7, my first Pokemon was Rowlet, and I did really like Rowlet. I don't remember who my first was for X and Y, though. It was probably Chespin. I was generally a fan of picking the grass types. I don't know why. But I will say, Decidueye is one of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 7. Like, I really do like it. Hey, Shadow Stitch. Oh, Shadow Stitch, I watched part of your Braviary video earlier. I liked some of the changes you made with the overlay, like having the moveset on there and stuff. Plus the whole changing emulators. It does look really nice. Oh, God. Okay, Bide is literally going to be better. I swear, I'm getting closer and closer to modding the game to give me encounters I actually want. No, don't give in. Do not give in to the cheating. Here's the thing, I kind of wish people would stop over-obsessing with their time so much. It's gotten to a point where it makes doing these runs less fun. Like in Gen 1, it's really bad. But in other gens, it really hasn't really gotten there yet. But I know Gen 1 is at the point where, like, you saw me earlier resetting over not getting a first try Brock. Every part of me hated doing that. Like, if I was doing this as a one and done thing, like, if I never saw what Zealous Pawns' time looked like, I would have just saved before Brock and just got 2 resets. That's literally what I would have done. It's a bit of extra work in post. Oh, that's not automatic. Dang, dude. Bigger respect to you, then. I used to make it all manual. It sucked, and it looked bad. When I picked Chimchar and Diamond, I ended up hating it since it died to everything. Yeah. Chimchar is really defensively frail, but if you're able to get the patience and evolve it to Infernape, it becomes a beast. Honestly, I think for Sinnoh, the most well-rounded starter is probably Piplup. But honestly, in Sinnoh, I don't remember what my first one in Sinnoh was. I think I played with all of them at one point. But definitely now, if I were to pick a favorite to choose, it would definitely be Turtwig. Because Turtwig is so less likely to just die to everything. Plus, Torterra is awesome. I'm not a huge Empoleon fan, though. I don't really like how it looks. Seriously? Wow. Torterra getting Earthquake insanely early helps too. Honestly, Turtwig being the only of the 3 starters that doesn't start with a version of Growl, Tail Whip, or Leer was actually really nice. Like, Turtwig was the only one that actually started with a stat boost, being Withdraw. Like, just boosting your defense early on is actually really nice. Especially since the first trainer is a guy with a level 5 Starly. Like, as a kid, that guy was always terrifying to me. I would train in the wild just to even beat him. Turtwig was the only one that could reliably beat him. Which is kind of hilarious. I think MNJTB did a video on the overall best starter to pick. I believe for Sinnoh, he said it was Turtwig. If it wasn't, he probably said Piplup. But I'm pretty sure it was Turtwig. Calvin's terrifying. Or, not Calvin, Tristan. Don't want that, don't want that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to need the ether. Here it is. I know I can't learn this move, but... Wait. Yeah, I still need some levels, though. Because I need level 25 before I use the candies. So I need to do some training. Oh, watch this. I'm actually gonna bide the Ponyta. Nice. Not nice. Well, that's why we got the emergency full restore. The emergency full restore is pretty much just for that one guy. Like, its first, like, true emergency point is if the Ponyta burns you. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Okay, she only has a thing. How much more XP do I need? Okay, is there any other ethers on this ship? Doesn't this ship have a max ether in one of the rooms? Or is it blocked off by trainers? It is going to suck having to do this, but I may have to heal at the Vermilion Center. I think so. Well, wait. I have an elixir. What am I doing? I have an elixir. Y'all heard nothing. I forgot. I always get that elixir. Yeah, that was just me being stupid. Not stupid, just forgetful. Okay, I'm putting that thing to sleep. I don't trust it. There we go. Stomp. Now things are going to get better. Nice, I actually got a flinch. Alright, teach Dig to Charmander. I'm actually not too worried about Surge because I resist Thunderbolt. And my defensive stats are very high. Cloyster's one of my favorite Pokemon to use against my friend in Gen 9 battles. I know, I love Cloyster so much because of that. Little pro tip, I seen, like, Smogon, like, suggest with Cloyster you give it a Life Orb. I actually don't agree with that. Give it a Focus Sash. Because if you don't, sometimes, depending on which opponent you're facing, if you don't equip the Focus Sash, you're not even going to survive to set up a Shell Smash. Like, I came up with that Focus Sash strat on my own. I used it in the Shining Pearl Battle Tower a lot. Having Cloyster on my team consistently allowed me to get to the frontier, to the Battle Tower Tycoon. King's Rock is something else on Cloyster, too. Wait, doesn't that give each individual hit of Icicle Sphere a 10% flinch chance? Oh, and also, we're going to be getting TMs for Psychic before we enter the tower, so we're going to get another move upgrade pretty soon. Yeah, that's why King's Rock is banned. Wouldn't really surprise me. Honestly, King's Rock would probably be considered along those lines of Double Team. Because it's essentially just pure luck. There's, like, no skill involved in that move. It's probably kind of like Bright Powder and Lax Incense. It would not surprise me if Showdown banned those items too. There are some people in the World Tournament in Black 2 and White 2 that have Bright Powder. It really annoys me. I don't have enough... Well... Okay. This is fine, though, because the plan for the self-destructing hiker is just to spam Bide on him anyway. I'll just have to barrage the final trainer. And here's a funny thing, I saw Scott do this. Since you survive a self-destruct, it gets added to the Bide counter. And yeah, that happens. Or just beat it the normal way with Bide. You know. Total legit strats. I don't think that was necessary. I probably could have just barraged the gambler. Oh well. Yeah, that lavender heal was just a waste of time. Alright, so apparently we do need the rocket hideout, candy, and PP up. So I better go get that. I'm assuming it's to use on Psychic. Oh my god. Alright, if you're wondering why the emulator was slowing down, is because I had it behind OBS. It'll fix itself. I'm just getting those to get for more vitamins. Yeah, I had to turn off the camera because somebody needed something. And you definitely did not see Mian Xiao behind me. Okay, that should be enough. I just wanted more stuff to sell. I'm sure it probably wasn't necessary, but I don't care. Also, our vitamin of the day is going to be Carbos. Okay, I don't want that. Don't want that. Want that. This. Don't tell Zealous Pawn I sold Double Edge. It's his favorite move. Horn Drill. I don't think this thing learns Double Edge anyway. I think it's just Takedown. Yeah, that's everything. Okay, so I'm gonna buy 4 Carbos. And 2 Pokedolls. And 8. Eggy does, but I don't think Zealous teaches it. Yeah, it's not really necessary. Stomp is just good enough. I think Double Edge is only for Pokemon where it really, really needs the extra damage range for, like, one Pokemon, or if it's literally its best option. Like, for Magneton, for example, you either use Swift or Double Edge. And, Double Edge is just better than Swift. The margin's large enough for me to care. So long, Barrage. Good riddance. Yeah, I am not gonna get that, what was it, 57-minute time that Zealous Pawn got with it? Here's the thing, like, I'm just not obsessed about trying to beat other people's times. It's a neat little bonus if I do, yeah. Like, if I get a 114 Onyx in yellow, and I notice Scott a year ago got a 123, I'll be like, oh, nice. But I'm not gonna make it my life's goal to, like, get a faster time. It kind of makes solo runs less fun. Like, if I wanted to compete with other people's times, I would just do real speedruns, not just a thing I do for fun. I mean, yeah, like, don't judge in terms of solo runs, but in terms of a Pokemon on a team, Exeggutor is probably one of the best Psychic types you could get. Yeah, competition with yourself, exactly. Like, for example, it'd be like, oh, I want to be Tangela. The problem is, when you compare with other people's times, it just ruins the fun. That's kind of the reason Steve quit doing the Gen 1 regular solo runs. Because he literally cannot help himself. He always keeps comparing his times to Scott and Zealous Pawns'. And he just does not like seeing the fact that he keeps getting completely destroyed. Especially since Zealous Pawn hasn't been around as long as Scott or us. Zealous Pawn is more like new. He's more like new blood. Like a new generation, what you may call. Even though he's way older than I am. But that's just how he sees it in his eyes. Alright, we want to grind levels by fighting a lot of the high XP trainers. Alright, I think this was one of the good ones, too. I think this is a good one. Not gonna lie, I enjoy watching solos, but I don't enjoy doing them. Kind of a funny thing, yeah. It's not a bad thing to compare yourself to others, especially with my rules are so uncomparable. Kind of pointless. Yeah, I mean, I kept telling Steve, like, remember, you don't play with the same rules as them, so that means by default you shouldn't even compare to them. And he's like, yeah, but if you take out that time save, he's still doing far better than me. And I keep telling him, dude, who cares? And then he's like, listen, what is my username on Steam? And then I said, the best 100,028. And he's like, yeah, the best. I am not the best. He's a sore loser. And if you're saying I'm being mean, ask him. He's honest about it. He is a sore loser. I mean, he's not the kind of sore loser that'll, like, if he loses in one of the backport races, he's not just gonna quit the stream. He's usually in a bad mood. He's always usually in a bad mood whenever he gets his butt kicked both times during a backport, because we do 2 runs. Whenever he gets his butt completely kicked both times, he's just real upset. If you ain't first, you're last. You know what? I'll just take it. I am taking a slight risk going in the Safari Zone now. There is the chance I encounter one of the level 36 Nidorans, but I'm just gonna have to accept that risk. Oh. I was close to getting a regular encounter there. I think it's only this area that has the level 36 Nidoran. I only ever remembered him in this area. Oh, no encounters. Okay. Alright. Protein. Carbos. Yeah, I did want to teach Surf first. Alright, I'm going to do a lot of the good training in Sylph. What level should I aim for? Survival is easy at least level 40. I think I'll just do everybody. Not everybody, but everybody as in all the trainers that are worth fighting. Like this guy. The guy with a Sandshrew and a Sandslash. He's a sore loser because his butt is sore. His butt is sore once a week. Man, it's so nice having a constant flinch chance in this game. It's not really often you're spamming a flinch move. Usually it's more common in Gen 2, where you're spamming a flinch move like Headbutt, because it's such a universal move. Well, universal-ish. Because not everything gets Headbutt, but a lot of things do. Honestly, here's the thing, like, with the whole comparing your time and competing with yourself, did you notice how in the stream I put an over-under? Like, I have my over-under at, what am I doing? I actually, whenever I get the under, like, if my under says 110 and I get 108, then I'm actually happy about the run, because it's giving myself a goal. I usually become upset when I get the over. But it's like I'm not comparing to someone else. Besides, I'm sure that run that Zealous Pawn got probably took many tries. Because the thing is, when you give yourself so many tries, you can afford to go extremely risky and not save for some fights. But if you're giving yourself 1-2 playthroughs max, or you're doing it in a race setting, like if Zealous Pawn were to race Steve and I with Exeggutor 1 playthrough, 2 playthroughs only, he would not do some of those high-risk strats. But if you're giving yourself as many attempts as you want, then you can go for him. That's why I keep telling Steve, but he doesn't care. In my years of watching solo runs, I've noticed the impact the bag navigation and overworld movement has in the final time. Not really something you can train, you get a feel for it over time. Yeah, it's just, you have to just naturally, like, you kind of have to naturally know what you're doing. Like, if someone were to ask me, like, how do you do your bag management? I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, there are some things I always do, like, I always put my potions in slot 2, repels in slot 3, super repels in slot 4. So that way, when the repels run out, the super repels go into slot 3, and my bike is always in slot 1. That's just how I trained myself for years to do it. Oh. You know what? I'm actually going to hold on to that Earthquake TM. See if I can, I've been trying to do this lately. If I can, try to have a full bag when fighting gym leaders so you don't have to get their TM and waste time. I'm not going to intentionally go for it, but, I mean, right there, I picked up Earthquake, and my bag was getting kind of full. I may as well go for it. Yeah, see how I'm out? The only other mandatory thing I really need to pick up is after Sylph, I need to get Mimic. And that requires an empty bag slot, because Mimic is kind of weird in this game. Seriously? A crit poison sting that poisons? The rival is easy, you say? I mean, oh my, that thing got the 10% confused. Wow. Just wow. Rival is easy, you say? Did you ever take account to a fact I could get hit with a critical hit poison sting that poisons and a 10% confused proc? And apparently that cloister was a range. Yeah, look at that difference. Okay, I now have... Okay, honestly, I need to start having a bag counter on my overlay so I can start planning this properly. But, since I know my bag was full earlier, using that super potion now has me 19 slots. Now I have enough room to get Mimic. Because the copycat girl is stupid, unlike the other NPCs that give you items, instead of a one-for-one trade where you give her the Pokédoll and she gives you the TM, so like it takes the Pokédoll out of your bag, it does not do it with her. She gives you Mimic first, then takes the Pokédoll. No other person in the game is like that. Like with the Warden giving you Strength, he takes the gold teeth first, then he gives you Strength. Okay, yeah, so I can pick up that nugget. Alright, the plan for Sabrina, you basically just have to YOLO it. Because you're never going to outspeed the Abra. And I resist everything, so just go for it and hope for the best. Alright, so my mid-game planning is... Alright, so I'm going to go do Erica next into Koga. Yeah, I do need a bag counter for sure. Okay, yeah, that should be 20. But here's the other thing, though. I am going to need a free slot in order to pick up the secret key. Because it's the last mandatory item I have to pick up. But before, I think, like, after I defeat Erica and Koga, I'll just throw away a single item so I can pick it up. Yeah, I really should have a bag counter. You do need bag space for Mega Drain? Oh, I need that move? Oh, you're right. Psychic Mega Drain, Hypnosis Stomp. Good thing you mentioned that. Man. Oh, I needed to use that Carbos anyway. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and teach this move immediately. I do not need Bite anymore. Hey, on the bright side, I have room for the thing. But I'm going to end up getting Toxic from Koga now. Seriously, it's really hard to plan for the bag. Like, I know when Exarian did his Mew race attempts, he is really good at planning for bag management. That was like his one really good skill. Then again, it would involve you having to like write everything down you're going to do on a piece of paper or something and just follow it like a step-for-step tutorial. Either that or use the XP router. It's the reason I don't like playing with the XP router. I have a root file recording in the background right now, though. It's just in case somebody wants to see what I did. It's for sharing purposes. It's the only reason I'm doing it. Seriously, Annie, you always have to post weird things. And again, Dominic is usually the troll. Annie is more like the person to keep trolls at bay. Because they're terrified. I mean, I use the XP router like before runs. I do it as a damage calculator. Because you can use it as a substitute damage calculator. You could have waited to teach Mega Drain and use the Carbos, save yourself from Toxic. Yeah, things like that I just can never wrap my head around. So honestly, I don't even bother with stuff like that. Oh, and here's another thing. Like, if I had kept, if I had still had super potions left, because usually some runs I end up having plenty of those to spare, then I wouldn't have had to worry. Oh, I actually can't use more Carbos. Okay. Yep. Figured. I mean, at least I can consistently skip the TMs from Blaine and Giovanni. Well, not really Giovanni, because I'm going to have to teach Mimic for him. And it's going to remove Mimic from my bag. Alright, let's see. Be level 54 at the start of the league with the Victory Road candy. You will not level up into the champion if you start the league at 54. Okay, yeah, I should have enough rare candy, so yeah, I don't think I need to train. Alright, for Blaine, use Hypnosis on Ninetales and Arcanine. Ooh, Special Drop. Nice. I don't think I need to use it here, though. You know what's funny? Using Growl... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say using Growl's gonna boost my special, but it's Blaine's badge that gives you the special boost. Oh wait, no, I don't need to teach Mimic for Giovanni. I teach Mimic for Lorelei. Yeah, never mind. First try Blaine. I mean, at least I get that going for me. I mean, I kind of just accept the fact at this point that my runs will never be comparable to Zealous Pond. But at least when he and I did that race together, the 2 red runs and the 2 yellow runs, during the 2 yellow runs, I kicked his butt both times. And they were first attempt playthroughs too. We were only allowed to do like 10 minutes of pre-planning. Like honestly, in that kind of format, where you only get 10 minutes to plan the run and you just gotta go for it, I'm actually very good at those kinds of runs. Like, it's the pre-planning that I feel like I'm pretty good at. Yeah, I mean, Stab Fire Blast is just painful. Alright, so if I need to start the league at 54... How many candies do I have? I should have 5, I think? 7. Technically, if I were to use the 7, I could get to 54 right now, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to use candies to 52. This will make the rival a bit easier. Plus, I'm expecting the rival to give me 1 level to 53. Then I can use my final candy. Oh, serious? Dude, that thing... Oh, no, never mind. It wasn't the Confused proc. The Magnemite just used Supersonic. Or Magneton, I meant. I did not level up there. That's fine, though. I had 2 candies left. Alright, 54. A fresh, clean level up. Because Axu said, I will not level up during bad parts of the league. Oh, it's I will not level up on the champion. Okay. Usually, I would save a rare candy for the champion. But if Axu says this is all we need, then I'll listen. Really? Do some of you guys regret voting for that over? Do you have a Switch or Switch? I mean, I have a Switch. I have a Switch. I've owned a Switch for years. It all started with the Switch Lite back in, I think it was 2019 I bought my Switch Lite. And I upgraded to the OLED in like 2022, I think. And that's what I still have. I never bought the Switch 2 yet. I want to wait for some more version exclusives. Like, what stuff that's out right now is not enough for me to justify buying it. Before Lorelei, teach Mimic over Stomp. Alright, let's do this. Psychic Dugong the first turn, Mega Drain Dugong and Cloyster if Dugong hit you with Aurora Beam. Hey. Double hay. Oh yeah, Slowbro here is absolute garbage against grass type. Especially like Exeggutor. That thing just Gen 1 missed Ice Punch. Oop. You all saw that, right? A Gen 1 missed Ice Punch. I mean, it wouldn't have done much, but it would have had the chance to freeze. A bite-only run. You've actually... I know some other guy during the Parasect race was attempting a bite-only run. I think a bite-only run would be doable if you allowed yourself to use potions in battle. I think if you allow potions in battle, then it'd be a lot more doable. Dude, come on. You know, Agatha's really trying right now. She is really trying. Is it worth hypnosising the Gyarados? No. No, it's not. Okay, Hypnosis. Alright, with my high special, I should... Did that thing just Gen 1 miss wing it? Dude, I've gotten 2 beneficial Gen 1 misses in the league. This is not Ike strats. This is godlike strats right here. This is insane. Okay. Hypnosis and Mimic Earthquake. Mega Drain the Sand Slash. Hypnosis Earthquake Alakazam. I think on me, the rival's only... Yeah, I think Exeggutor's only going to use Stomp. It's not going to go for Leech Seed or Hypnosis. Alright, so the plan is to Mega Drain the Magneton and get a Badge Boost. If it uses Screech, it'll Badge Boost me and allow Earthquake to one-shot the... oh well. One-shot the Flareon, but oh well. Uh-oh. 106.20. 6 resets. That is a low number of resets for an Exeggutor run. That's kind of impressive. Reaching level of Ike strats never thought possible. Yeah, Gen 1 miss Ice Punch and a Gen 1 miss Wing Attack. That's insane. Theoretically, a crit Wing Attack could have killed me. I don't know what the odds were on it, but we can look. Game time 4:11. Let's go ahead and put this run on the leaderboard, and then we'll take a look at damage ranges. If you ignore the 5 resets involving struggle, just 1 reset. That is true, actually. But yeah, you could say, well, this didn't beat Zealous 56 runtime. I don't care. The fact I did better than I thought, in a 106 of all things, is really good. Because here's the other thing. This is a faster playthrough than 95% of people are going to get anyway. So at least you're in the top 5% if you think about it. I remember I've heard this statistic before, if anyone felt bad with, like, how small their channel is. Having a I think it was having a... What was the number? I think having 100 subscribers puts you in the top 4% of all channels. And remember, every Google account is a free channel. So having 100 puts you in the top 4%. So just remember that. Yeah, do I give a damn? Exactly. Steve gives a damn. Alright, so let me go ahead and get a picture. Congratulations, I guessed right, it seems. Oh, you guessed under? I remember at the start people were guessing over. Okay, so we were level 58 with 6 resets, real time of 106.20, game time for 11. And even though this took me multiple attempts, this is going to be one playthrough on the leaderboard. My attempt number on the leaderboard only counts completed playthroughs. Alright, so if we take a look at the leaderboard here, we got 17th out of 24th place. It was sort of in the lower middle tier, but it did, look at that, it did worse than Bulbasaur. Do you guys know how bad Bulbasaur's early game is? Honestly, I'm not complaining when I say this. It honestly feels like Exeggutor. Because here's the thing. You have to deal with Tackle and Vine Whip until Body Slam for all the Nugget Bridge trainers. You're essentially four-shotting everything. It is so unbearably slow. It's awful. I'm sure Wing Attack with a crit won't kill after a Hyper Beam. It has to be a fly crit. We'll take a look at the XP router. Oh, let's take a look at it right now, actually. Cancel recording. Okay, recording's done. Alright, so let's take a look at Lance. Aerodactyl. Wing Attack, 46 to 54. And, didn't that Hyper Beam put me at half? It did, yeah, like 33 to 39%. So I think a crit Hyper Beam would have to high roll in order to kill me. Because assuming, wait, 39 plus 54. Oh, no, it wouldn't have. A crit Hyper Beam would not, a crit Wing Attack would not have killed. Yeah, honestly, that Gen 1 miss with Wing Attack didn't really affect anything. The Jinx, though, it definitely did. If that Jinx had crit Ice Punch, I'm sure I'd be dead. Take a look. 62 to 73. I was at full health leaving it, so honestly, no, but it had the 10% chance to freeze, so that alone made it worth it. You should do this in Emerald? Yeah, I don't think so. Unless I get it for a random stream. Or Frozen. Yeah, exactly. Why does it keep saying my route is invalid? It's like, cannot purchase 2 Pokédoll with only 2,000? I swear, this thing does not keep track of some of the things I do. It's... what the... Error recording. Tried to fight a trainer that has already been defeated rival. What the... Oh, wait a minute. Apparently, when I start a new run, I have to start a new recording. This recording is entire garbage. It's including every other playthrough. Look at... oh my god. Yeah, I am not publishing that. But anyway, this Pokemon played decently well. Not like you, Tangela. But anyway, yeah, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow. Steve and I don't think Ike is joining us, but Steve and I will be attempting Pokemon Crystal with Excadrill. I was able to pick the Pokemon because Ike is gone, so yeah, he's definitely gone. I think he's on a trip or something. But yeah, we're going to be playing with Excadrill. I'm going to see if Steve made a moveset. Let's see, did he make the moveset? He did not make the moveset. I'll need to remind him to. There's the Mienshao move. That I think Steve and Ike played with Mienshao when I couldn't join them. You had fun? Well, thank you for stopping by, Snoopy. If you liked what you saw, you can subscribe, unless you already were. Excadrill is gonna sweep. Be faster, you win. Sounds lit. Yeah, Excadrill is one of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 5. It is such a beast. But anyway, I will see you all later.